Hey everybody, it's Angie and welcome to Hot and Flashy, coming to you completely makeup and sunscreen free to start this video, because in today's video I wanted to share my quick and easy out the door summer makeup routine, including sunscreen, because of course sunscreen is so important during the summer. And have I found a great sunscreen, you guys? Oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't find this one before my sunscreen testing video went up a few weeks ago. I am so bummed because it would have been hands down the winner. It is so good. But I was poking around on Sephora the other day when I saw this one, and so I grabbed it and I tried it, and it's so good. So everything in this video is going to be from Sephora. This video is sponsored by Sephora, so thank you Sephora for working with me on this one. Sephora, of course, is the place I go when I think of beauty and makeup and even sunscreen, because I've gotten a lot of my best sunscreens there. Their product offerings, it's just so deep. They have so much in all different price points. So I placed a medium-sized order at Sephora. Didn't go crazy this time. Got the sunscreen. I'm also going to show you a stick foundation that I've been playing with for a couple months. I've told you about before in another video, but I wasn't 100% sure on it. Oh my gosh, do I love it for the summer. Then I've got a couple of other new products to share, along with some of my tried and trues, my holy grails that really just help me to get out the door quickly, especially when it's going to be like a hot, humid day. I want my makeup to be lightweight and not too fussy looking, but I want to look a little bit more put together, a little more polished than I might without any makeup. I want my eyes to pop a little bit, want my lips to pop, so I'm gonna put together a really quick and easy summer look for you today. So let me just clip my hair back and we will get started with the sunscreen. Oh my gosh, you guys, I am so excited about this sunscreen. The sunscreen that I have to share with you today is the First Aid Beauty Weightless Liquid Mineral Sunscreen. It is a 100% mineral sunscreen. It's got 22% zinc oxide. It's a liquid tinted sunscreen. And oh my gosh, I can't even tell you how much I love it, because it doesn't feel greasy, it doesn't leave a white cast, and it dries back and sets, and makeup plays perfectly with it. So I'm going to go ahead and do the 3-finger method. I have applied 1/4 teaspoon on another try just to make sure that it did go on really well when you measure it out, but this is the 3-finger method. So you can see it's a runny liquid, so I'm just going to take that and apply it to my face. And as you can see, this doesn't change the color of my skin. It has a little bit of a tint in it, but it's not so much of a tint that it goes on looking heavy or like makeup, and it just kind of gets rid of any white cast. And the 1/4 teaspoon is the amount you should use for your neck and your face. If you're going to also do your chest, you should add a little bit more, and of course a little bit more for the backs of your hands. But I mean, just look how quick and easy it was to apply that sunscreen, to rub it in. It doesn't look like anything sitting on the surface of your skin. It does feel a little bit wet and like a slightly oily serum going on, but within 5 minutes this will dry back and it will feel nice and dry and set. It's been about 10 minutes since I put the sunscreen on, and it already feels so much drier and so much more set. It's not so shiny, it's not super greasy, it doesn't look like makeup. I could just go right now if I was in that much of a hurry that I didn't have time to do any other makeup. I could just be out the door. With every other sunscreen I've tried, I always have to do something with it. If it's super shiny, I have to powder it. If it gives me a little bit of a white cast, or the color is too dark or too light, I have to put some other makeup on over it. This is just perfection for my skin tone, and I feel like the tint in this isn't really going to show up on most people's skin tones. Can't guarantee that it's going to work for people with much darker skin or really pale skin, but I feel like the tint in here doesn't have an orange cast to it, and I feel like the price is pretty good on this. You get 1.5 ounces in here, so it's a great product. And while I was poking around at Sephora, I did throw a few new things into my cart, one of which I'm really excited about. It's this Danessa Myricks Color Fix Waterproof Liquid Pigment for eyes, lips, and cheeks. And now that I have it, I kind of wish I had bought it in a few other shades, because this one I wouldn't really use on my cheeks or my lips, but in a slightly darker shade, you could use it to do like your contouring. I'm going to use it as like an eyelid primer because I think this shade is just perfect, and this is so lightweight, and this dries back to a really nice dry feeling. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of this on my lids. It just comes in this tiny little tube. I'm going to get it a little bit out there, and I'm just going to pick that up with my finger, and I'm just going to apply it all over my eyelid starting on the movable lid and then working it up into the crease. You know, that's one of the things that I love about Sephora is finding like new brands. I have been buying Danessa Myrick stuff for a bit now, but I just love some of her makeup, and they have so many brands that like you don't really see at a lot of other retailers. And so I like that, being able to get some variety and being able to see some different brands. Plus I love the Insider program because no matter what level you are on Insider, you get free shipping on every order. So even if you just join the Insider program, on your very first order, you get free shipping and you don't even have to spend a lot. Of course, I'm a Rouge member, so I do spend a bit of money at Sephora, but you know, it's kind of my job. So just look at that. Look how beautiful that is and how it really just primes my eyelids perfectly, evens out the color up there, but doesn't add a ton of color, but it's slightly darker than my natural skin tone. And it just is making my eyelids look so nice and perfected. It's helping to disguise the hood a little bit. It's a really cool little product. Really like that a lot. All right, I feel like the sunscreen's had enough time to set up now. Let's go in with the foundation. I'm gonna use the Basma Stick Foundation. Like I said about the brands, this is another brand that I've never seen anywhere else. And this is such a cool foundation and such a cool backstory on Basma, who is a woman who was burned when she was a child, and she spent most of her life looking for makeup to cover up her scars, and so she invented her own. And this stick foundation, oh my gosh, this is so good, you guys. Besides the gorgeous packaging, it's just so pretty. The foundation is excellent. I've been playing with it for a couple of months now. I really love it with this sunscreen, and I really love it for a quick and easy summer look. So since it's a stick, you can take it with you, and all you have to do is rub it around your face, blend it in, and you're good to go. This is a shade 24. Unlike other stick foundations, which tend to be, I think, heavy and waxy feeling, this one is really lightweight feeling and just sits on the skin so beautifully. Like, I don't have much to cover up now that the sunscreen is on. I think my skin looks pretty good, but I have a little like healing pimple mark here. I've got, you know, the usual age spots over here and up here. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of this, just kind of scribbling it around my face. You can blend it in with your fingers if you don't want to use any tools and you want to be really quick out the door. It really blends in nicely with the fingers. And it's just giving me that little bit of extra coverage to even up my skin tone and just make me look and feel so much more confident than I would without it. It's not super luminous, it's not super matte either. It just has like the perfect finish. I'm looking for my concealer today. I'm going to use my tried and true. This is the Lancome Tint Idole Ultra Wear Concealer. I love this. And I'm just going to pop it on with my fingers. I just scrape off the brush, put a little bit at the inner corner, just to get rid of this little like pale and slightly pinky bluishness under there. That Basma Stick Foundation, it would also be really, really great for travel. I'm going to put on just a little bit of setting powder just because, you know, I have an oily-ish T-zone, and later in the day I do tend to get a little shiny, so I'm just going to use my IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores powder. I just feel like it makes my pores disappear a little bit more to add a little bit of setting powder over the top. For my blush today, I'm going with the tried and true, my current holy grail, which is the Dior Backstage Rosy Glow blush. This is the most beautiful blush, so quick and easy to put it on. I'm going to use this Pro Highlighting number 87 brush, and I'm just going to dip it in there. This is just the most beautiful blush. It looks a little scary in the pan because it looks so bubblegum pink, but look, it doesn't go on bubblegum pink, and you can actually rub your brush in there and you don't have to worry about applying too much of it. It's always really super subtle and super beautiful. I mean, look at that just little flush of color. It is the most beautiful blush. They just released more colors in it, so I'm going to have to pick up some more. And it has a little bit of a sheen to it, so you don't even need to do any highlighter with it. Then I also grabbed a new product from Give, Gwen Stefani's brand, and this is the Longwear Mousse Eyeshadow. This is in the shade Top Knot, just for a little sparkle on the eyelids. So I'm going to go ahead and just put a little bit of that out on the back of my hand. And it's a really beautiful, shimmery, fleshy gold color. Ooh, and this combo is so pretty. So I'm going to keep the eye like pretty nude. I'm just going to jazz it up a little bit with eyeliners. For my eyeliner today, I'm going to use my Cali Ray eyeliner in the Deep. This one is so great in the waterline. It's really beautiful, and this is a gorgeous color. It gives your eyes just a little bit of extra pop of color for the summer, which I love. It's a really deep, dark greenish blue color. So I'm just going to run that along on my waterline. And this is completely waterproof, stays in place. I wear contacts, my eyes are easily irritated, and this one doesn't give my eyes any irritation, and it stays in the waterline all day long. And I wanted to use another Give product. This is their eyeliner. This one I found doesn't really do a good job of giving me color payout in the waterline, but it's great on the top lashes just to add a little more definition to the eye. And this is a really beautiful, beautiful taupe color. I'm going to use the same one for my bottom liner. I really like this for my bottom liner. Then I'm just going to flick up the corners to get a little baby flick going out there of the eyeliner. I'm just going to put on a couple coats of mascara. The mascara I'm using today is also from Cali Ray. It's their Come Hell or High Water mascara. This is my current holy grail, especially for the summer, because it's a tubing mascara. And so even if it's hot or if I'm sweaty, this doesn't budge, it doesn't flake, it doesn't smear, it stays in place so beautifully. I love it so much. And then it's really easy to remove at night as well. This is another brand that I haven't seen anywhere else except for Sephora. And I use my points to get $10 off on my order. I also use my points to donate to a charity. And I use my points to get some freebies, and then with every order you do get to have a couple of free samples. I feel like I don't really need any bronzer today, but I'm just going to throw on a little bit of the Say Sun Melt bronzer. This is in light bronze. I just put this on with my fingers just to kind of sun kiss up the edges of my face. And I like to contour out my nose a little bit, so just pop a little of that right here and blend it. And everything is blending so beautifully on top of this Basma stick. And the lippy I have to share today, I am so excited about because it is an all mineral SPF lipstick, and this is from Supergoop. This is so beautiful and such a great shade for summer. It's got 17.5% zinc oxide, so it gives you broad spectrum lip protection. It is the most gorgeous color. This one is called High Five, and I've been wearing this non-stop since I got it. I love this color. You just throw it on like a lip balm, and yet it's such a beautiful color. Look at that. Isn't that a gorgeous pop of color for summer? I mean, it's just perfect, especially with like the nude eye. All right, so it's 9:45. Got to be at brunch in 15 minutes, so I've got to run along, but I'll come back to check in on the makeup later. I've worn this a couple days already, so I know that it wears all day. It doesn't settle into my wrinkles. It is like the perfect summer look. It doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't get greasy looking. I'm so psyched that I found this, especially the sunscreen. Oh my gosh, I'm so bummed that I didn't have it in my sunscreen video, but I'm so psyched that I have found it. And this is like the new Holy Grail sunscreen, and I love it with this Basma. So anyway, I'll check back in with you in a few hours. We'll see how it's doing. It's about 1:50. I'm back from brunch. It's been 4 hours since I left you. Had a lovely time. It's a pretty hot, humid day out there, and I feel like makeup is holding up really, really well. I felt really confident about myself during the brunch, that I wasn't like overly made up, but I still looked, you know, polished and more put together and ready for something like that. I ate a meal, had a cup of tea, had also a cup of water and a snack, and the lippy has held up really well, and it hasn't run up into my lip wrinkles at all, which is great. It does feel slightly drying as it wears off, and I did go ahead and put on just a little bit of lip gloss over the top, but I'm going to be going outside again to like plant some tomato plants and stuff, so I am going to reapply this. And I think the makeup looks pretty good. It's mainly in place. I'm just seeing a little bit of wearing off here by the side of my nose, but it's not doing anything naughty like getting shiny or sliding around. I think it looks, you know, glowy and natural and really pretty. Let me show you everything up close and personal right now. And you can see that it's all in place really, really well, and face still looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and reapply this so I can go out and do my gardening. To do my gardening, I'm gonna put on a hat rather than reapplying the sunscreen because I wanna be able to do an 8-hour wear test on the makeup. I think the eyeshadow looks especially pretty. I really am loving this Danessa Myricks product, the Color Fix, and I look back on the Sephora website to see how many shades this came in, and this comes in so many shades, and I didn't realize how great of a price point this was. This was only $18, and you get a ton in here. This is gonna last forever. So in the nudes, it comes in like 12 shades of nude from really light to really dark, and those are all matte. But I was thinking I would like at least one or two more shades of it. There are also shimmer shades in it, and that looks so pretty. So I'm gonna buy like 3 more of these because I really like this because they're just so good. I feel like it just feels so dry and set, a little slightly darker brown than this. And then I also got one to use as a blush and lip. That's like a coral color. And then I think I also picked up a metallic one to use for eyeshadow. All right, hey you guys, I am back. It is just shy of 6 p.m., so 8 hours in the makeup. And I gotta say, I was really mean and unfair to it today because I did so much. Went to brunch and then I came back. I thought it looked really nice, so I filmed a bunch of outfit videos. So that was a couple of hours, and I planted up my tomatoes, which was more than just like plunking them in the dirt. I had to empty the dirt out of one thing, get out my little weed whip an area of grass, put in some dirt in there. Anyway, just, it's hot today, outside sweating, had a hat on. It has been quite a day for the makeup, and I gotta say, I think it still looks really, really good. You know, up close you can see it's a little bit worn off, like on my nose and on my chin, but that's the cool thing about the stick foundation is, like if I was going out now, which I'm not, I could just bring this with me and touch up a little bit and just, you know, add a little bit more. So that would be awesome. But I think everything else is holding up really well. I think that the eyeshadow looks really good still. The lippy, I can't believe the staying power on this. It really does kind of stain your lips a little bit and it doesn't run up into your lip wrinkles, so it looks really good. So you can see it's just slightly worn off on my nose, really not worn off on my forehead at all. Maybe the tiniest bit on my chin, but it looks beautiful, really youthful, really nice. It's felt dry and set all day, but not drying. So I'm really loving the two face products, the sunscreen and the Basma stick foundation. That is hands down the best stick foundation I have ever used. They always feel waxy and heavy and cakey to me, and this one is just so, so beautiful. I love it. So I think the big winners in this video are, number one, the sunscreen. Oh my gosh, run out and get this if you've been looking for a really great sunscreen for your face to wear every single day that you can just look normal in and feel normal in. This is great. And then also the Supergoop lip screen. This is awesome. The color is really good. It doesn't migrate up into your lip wrinkles. It stays in place through a couple of meals. You can still see the stain on your lip. The Danessa Myricks Color Fix tint is beautiful, and as I said, I've got 3 more coming, so I'm really in love with this product. Love the price point on it. Think it's great. Can't wait to get the new colors in and share them with you. And really love the Basma stick foundation. Of course, love the Dior blush. And everything else I used was kind of a tried and true and things that I love, so you can't go wrong with them. So of course, if you're interested in picking up any of these awesome products, they're all linked in the description box below the video, and they're all available at Sephora. And if you sign up for their insider program, you can get free shipping on your order starting today. So that is a win-win. I hope you found the video helpful and informative. If you did, give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. As always, I thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate your watching, and I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.